All right, today we're making this simple wooden photo backdrop entirely from scrap cedar fencing. I've used it to get shots like this, and this. Let's go. I got a bunch of cedar fence planks for free on Craigslist, so we're gonna use that.
Some of it's in decent shape, some of it's a bit more weathered. I'm probably gonna go for the grayer stuff. I think I'm gonna like that look better rather than some of the fresher stuff. So I'm gonna find a bunch of these and we'll make up the backdrop.
There's also a bunch of 2x4s attached to the fencing, so I'm gonna be using those as a base as well. This is pretty much a $0 project.
So I'll have 2 going forward and then 2 will be up like that.
I decided to go 4 panels high, so that's 21 inches, and I'm gonna go about 26 inches wide.
And I'm gonna go ahead and cut the first 4 to 26 inches.
I'm starting by cutting 4 pieces of 2x4s to 21 inches.
All right, so 21 inches on all 4 of these is what I'm gonna cut. Man, that smells good. I love the smell of old wood. So, we now have our base, and basically just gonna be doing that.
And since this is scrap, there's lots of color and texture, and the occasional stray nail that may need to be removed.
Yep. So, next up we are going to screw these guys together. So I'm just going to run a couple screws down here in the bottom. And like I mentioned before, this is totally on a budget, so I'm literally just pulling out screws that I have. So I've got 4 screws that definitely don't match, but that's okay because we don't care. This is a free project. Now this is some old dried out wood. So before I screw those in, I am going to go ahead and pre-drill a couple holes. Help prevent it from cracking. So pre-drill. 1. Yep. There's number 2 for this guy. And there we go. I mean, we're basically done. My other measurement is 26-inch cuts here. So I'm gonna lop that guy off, measure 26, and I'm gonna make those cuts now. That already looks awesome. Obviously we'll need some glue to make this work, but oh yeah, that is beautiful. I got all this material for free on Craigslist. If you search under free stuff, whenever people take down old cedar fences, they give it away for free. So you can go grab a big section of it, maybe bring a Sawzall and just cut whatever you need, but literally, this is free lumber, and it looks amazing. And I'm not too worried, so we're gonna have light that's gonna come through on some of these cracks. I'm actually cool with that because you can play around with that when you're doing your photography. So if you want light behind there, you can get a little smoke, put a light behind it, you'll get some light streaks through it. If you don't want any light, you can just put a black backdrop down there. But I'm gonna go ahead and glue this thing together. All right, and to glue these things together, I'm just gonna be using some Gorilla wood glue. It takes about 30 minutes to set up. I'm gonna lay down a lot of glue and just get some weights on it and wait about 30 minutes. And I'm actually using my tabletop here to make sure they're parallel. So I make sure this edge is lined up, and then I'm just pressing this up against that edge of the table, and it should be pretty straight. Looks like frosting. Now, is that too much wood glue? I have no idea. I really never glued anything with wood glue before. You guys will probably let me know. And that looks pretty centered, but we'll double check. 4 3/4, 4 3/4. Perfect. And now for heavy stuff. That should do it. We're gonna let that sit for a half hour. Oh, and if you guys like car content, I have another channel called Velocity Labs, and I do a lot of racing, turbo-y type stuff. So this is my Eclipse. It's about, well, it's over 400 horsepower. I haven't had it on the dyno yet, but it's a twin scroll HX35. So if you guys like turbos, fast cars, all-wheel drive, burnouts, that sort of thing. Check out that channel as well. All right, and while that glue is drying, we need to change the bedding on these little guys. So yeah, check out how cute these guys are. All right, so we're all cleaned out. Anyway, my wood should be just about dry, so. All right, we're back in the garage. It's been 30 minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and take the weights off. Hopefully it stays, and then we'll glue the floor down. Feels good. Here's a real test. Oh, that one lifted. So that one's not quite dry, but it's good enough to hold as long as I don't put weight on it. Oh no, it definitely wasn't. Shit, it wasn't fine at all. Okay, note to self, half hour was not enough.
I'm gonna give that glue another 45 minutes or so and then run in some screws in the back to help give it a little strength.
All right, it's been another 45 minutes. Let's go ahead. So hopefully that glue is dry enough to hold itself together. Yeah, that feels oh, god damn it. I was about to say that feels a lot better, but it's still coming up. So I'm gonna flip it up and put screws in each one. Yeah, because there's a little bit of a gap. It's gonna be hard to see on camera, but none of this wood is perfectly straight, so there's gaps where the glue is not getting into, and it is a little cold. So I'm gonna go ahead and put 8 screws in this guy. I have a few of these, and that should be about perfect. Should just get in far enough to keep that snug. And funny enough, these screws came out of the same fence. So we're still basically at $0 except for the wood glue. Yeah, all right. Now we're definitely starting. That is looking, hello tennis ball, pretty sweet though. So I'm gonna go ahead and lift it by the outsides. Oh yeah, we're good. That looks awesome. Now, let's see the floor. And we're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna glue it and screw it in. Yeah, you can see these boards aren't exactly straight, so it would be best to put the concave side, which is this side right here, down. It's gonna give me the most surface area, or convex, whatever it is. But I like this color better. The other side's a little bit more brown, this one's super gray. So we're gonna do it how I like the color, and hope that the screws will take up the rest of the slack. And I know what a bunch of you are saying right now. It really wouldn't matter to put screws in this because they'd easily Photoshop out anyway, but I'm lazy. I don't want to Photoshop out screws. Plus, if I'm taking video, then that's not really an option. Again, didn't really need a whole lot of this runway, but if I want to get really low with my camera, get a lot of foreground of the floor, it's going to give me that option. And the height's going to give me the option of shooting a little bit up as well if I want to. So. All right, we're gonna get in here and get a couple screws up underneath. Now, because, ouch, hey, screws are sharp, PSA.
There we go. How adorable is that? I played around and took some pics of some scotch, my chickens, and even my baby. So it's pretty versatile when you want a nice rustic wood background. If you have any questions, post them up. And if you have any ways to do this better or more efficiently, please let me know. I'm always learning. And subscribe if you want to see more content. Good luck with your projects, and we'll see you all next time.